Hi, Ophiuchus Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144, very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. I'm also going to do a clarifying card using the Medicine Woman Tarot deck at the end of this reading. I've already pre-shuffled both decks. I'm going to shuffle the first deck just a few more times and split the deck and we'll get started. Your first card we have is Temperance. This representing patience, Sagittarius energy. I feel there's a balancing taking place while one is in between time, leveling up and transitioning after a transformation. Seeing the leveling up, there's the sun here. And I do feel this is you on a rising here as you're maintaining balance, but also alchemizing. I'm seeing this as a planet of Mars, associated with that fire energy. All about initiation and action energy, a go-getter energy, one that is quick to make a decision, being confident in their decision, where there's no hesitation. I'm also seeing a different energy here with the water and the fire, where both of these energies behind the water and the fire are very galactic. But there's a lot of stars here that are in a, like I'm getting Virgo energy on one side here, and then more of a Aquarius energy associated with the water energy, but seeing the blue and Pisces is coming through here. They are connected, where Pisces does come after Aquarius. So those two energies coming through strong here on this side, and also with the polarity energy of Virgo, that being Pisces there too as well. So strong Pisces coming through overall here with this energy here in the Temperance card. This is a 14 in the Major Arcana. This breaks down to an overall 5. So with that 5, that meaning change overall, I'm getting with that change energy and that transition, that leveling up, balancing oneself, but also thriving. The colors are significant as far as chakra energies for me, is what I'm getting. But there being a lot of majestic balance in more ways than one with this energy here. You're very strong and powerful and able to maintain and do the work that's necessary. But I am getting this coming into deeper spirituality here too as well with the Piscean energy. And then just being seen and recognized, being also felt, the illumination with the fire, being seen and then being felt with the water energy coming through there. This overall too, with your sign being after Scorpio and in between Sagittarius, I do feel that this may come to mean that a lot of you are being very straightforward about your, not necessarily definition, but identity. As I do feel that this Temperance card in the Tarot deck may have been given many descriptions, detail as to what it necessarily means. But I feel that with the alchemization, it's more about what is coming through each time this card presents itself in any reading. And I do feel that the Ophiuchus energy is also a very strong representation of this Temperance card, with you being in between that water sign and the fire sign, the water of Scorpio and then the fire of Sagittarius. You representing and very strongly being in this power of patience and balancing and alchemizing, being the ultimate example here. And I feel that being very strong in your purpose here on this earth. Venus energy coming through here too. I'm seeing the pink clouds with the sun. The sun and Venus could be significant for you here too as well. But in between these stages here, I'm just seeing a leveling up and being very strong in Mars power here. But overall, again, balancing and alchemizing. And with all this that's taking place at one time with many facets, this energy of the chakras just kind of working themselves and keeping you in a particular energy where I'm getting that thriving energy again. This also being a card of a twin flame, that could be very significant. So you could be sharing this energy with a significant soulmate here too as well, being in this patience and having this patience. This is also about divine intervention. So I feel that with you being in your power, you're also bringing about this shift and change. But having that strong, energetic gift of patience there as things are changing and shifting. The second card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. So this being that in the meantime here, in between time, just confirming the work that you are doing. I feel that too with that connection that was coming through in the soulmate energy and twin flame energy. This could also be speaking to a soulmate. As the Temperance energy here is facing this Eight of Pentacles, I do feel this is representing both masculine and feminine energy, but we do have more of a masculine energy here. So for feminine energy, that's coming through strong here in this Temperance card with the connection to a masculine. This masculine is working very hard on something new here. We have an Ace here. Ace is being about something totally new. They have a lot that they have accomplished. It goes a long way back. Seeing these spider webs there. And I feel that these spider webs are almost kind of supporting, like this, maybe like I'm hearing Spider-Man or Spider-Woman for both energies, masculine and feminine, but able to weave, excuse me, weave a web. Say that 3 times. Weave a web where it's all about manifesting, that temperance being a part of that patient stage in the manifestation cycle with the major arcana. That feminine creating and producing, balancing, alchemizing, while I feel in that spiritual energy here where this masculine is more in this physical, with the pentacles being about that physical energy and the material. Pentacles being Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So that Virgo energy more on this side here, connected to that Eight of Pentacles there, where I feel that Piscean energy and more of that water energy coming through on this side here, being more connected to that feminine energy. Both energies, again, as I do feel this is the Ophiuchus energy coming through with water and fire, but I feel that with that more of that fire, it's the fire in between a masculine and a feminine with that representation in the Virgo energy, where now we're connecting with Virgo energy here in this Pentacles. 8 energy is also Scorpio energy, that tying back here too. So it's like that mirroring energy is coming through here with Virgo and water energy. Virgo and water energy that was coming through here with the brown and then the blue here in the Temperance card. And with the Scorpio energy from the 8th house is Scorpio energy. Scorpio is also ruled by the planet Mars. Another connection there too as well. So 2 very strong connecting soulmates is what I'm getting, where the feminine is working very hard and being super awesome and majestic in the spiritual realm. Rainbow colors coming through. You may be seeing rainbows here too, but then also connecting to and being in this power here too. I feel it's just a physical manifestation here with what's happening with the spiritual, with this manifesting itself in the outer. in masculine form. Mars is masculine energy there too as well. But getting back to the accomplishment, this overall being about what one has accomplished. There are 7 pentacles here. That 7 of pentacles energy is also about waiting energy, and not necessarily waiting and doing nothing. This 8 of pentacles is very hard work, and as we can see, we have the masculine energy doing some good studious work, and it's almost like primping and priming, polishing off what it is that they have created. And I'm getting anticipation about it being something new and very successful. The purple energy coming through here strongly here too as well. Purple being your energy, and then also Sagittarius energy. Seeing the mouse here, I'm getting a Michael Jackson Ben type vibe. So this masculine energy, take it as it resonates, where, you know, all individuals have both masculine and feminine. It's just what one is resonating with. May have a pet that they have with them and keep with them, take care of. Almost like an overseer here too. I feel there's a certain spirit within an animal or a pet that is almost like a guide or an overseer, taking care, making sure that this person here is well taken care of. Studious energy coming through here too, also with the books, possibly having done some research, a lot of research, that being that hard, very hard work coming through with the 8 of Pentacles. This 8 of Pentacles is a progression from the 7 of Pentacles. 8 as above, so as below. What goes out comes back in. 8 of Pentacles also moving towards the 9 of Pentacles into a 10 of Pentacles. Green energy significant for heart chakra. And being getting like balance, seeing the pillars here. There's 3 pillars here. I'm getting a trinity energy overall with the masculine and the feminine, and then the divine energy. But working very hard, and this being confirmed here. The temperance work being confirmed here by the 8 of Pentacles, but then again, also to seeing that in a soulmate. Third card we have is the 4 of Swords. So with this masculine and feminine energy, following this energy, I feel with some hard work, now there is rest and healing. Taking the time to contemplate. Because I'm seeing the eyes closed, but then also too, without really looking, the eyes could also be open, where one is just kind of laying down after they've done some good diligent work, being of service. And with this rest, now being able to come into balance. Being seen and recognized. As I'm seeing the birds here on the curtains, almost as badges. And then 3 of Swords energy. I feel that with that hard work, this hard work is keeping one moving forward and progressing. That progressing energy going from the 8 to the 10. But I do feel that outside of this work, and the reason for this alchemizing that's taking place by the temperance angel and the balancing and the color work, the chakra work, I feel that is speaking to this result here of this 3 of Swords, being able to take respite. With this 3 of Swords, there's been some recalibration and that balancing coming back into play, that leveling up and moving greater into spirituality. And much more hard work, moving into that progression towards the 10 of Pentacles. Being able to rest now. And we have an Ace of Swords here as a new beginning. So with that work, there's a foundation that's being built that's going to be on solid foundation, where I'm getting that 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles being about completion with family, ultimate happiness and joy, stability, success, and material wealth and gain. And I feel with that ace here and the sword here, after overcoming Three of Swords energy, we're now moving with that rest and that progression here, being able to take respite and get ready for this new beginning here with this Ace of Swords. Foundation being built on truth. And all the while being honored, respected, seen. Royal energy also too with that purple that's associated as one of your colors. And then this window here, I'm seeing the stained glass. So that contributing to that greater spirituality with this Sword of Truth here kind of centering in a Two of Swords. Where with that Two of Swords, there was some contemplation. That contemplation I was getting with the potential of eyes being open as one's laying down. This overall generally would speak to one who's been in a battle, that Three of Swords energy. Coming out of a battle and overcoming, now being able to take rest. Where Three of Swords energy could have had to been dealing with someone who may have been working too hard or putting too much focus into their work. While feminine energy is balancing this energy and being able to produce and alchemize off of this and bring themselves into greater spirituality and success and awareness. Four is overall being about stability. We are moving into the fourth card, so you may be seeing 4-4. That energy also having to do with Cancer energy. Fourth house ruler being about Cancer, and that water sign energy that's going to be also aligning with this energy here, the Temperance, where we did have that water come through. Cancerian energy being also about loving energy, warmth, nurturing, matters of the home, protectiveness, but then also possible shyness. That could be that contemplation and that being connected to that with the fourth card following this card. Shyness, being bashful, and then coming out of one's shell and doing so. Possibly I'm getting a situation where one may have been hurt in the past. This being a part of a Three of Swords energy, but also too being able to level up from this energy and that Three of Swords. And not staying stuck, but elevating. Fourth card. Oh, and Swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But we did get strong Aquarius coming through here too as well. Strong blue here too as well. Fourth card we have is the Chariot. So this is all 4 knights combined into one. This is about making a decision and taking action and making movement. And I also feel with this falling underneath the Temperance card, it is having to do with that balancing while one is elevating, but then also having to have patience. This is a very strong energy of having patience. And 2 energy, that contemplation energy coming through here again. Also seeing this the Sphinxes here with that 2 energy there too as well. Gold and silver. I'm getting Saturn and Jupiter energy here. More purple energy that's coming through. Egyptian vibes very strongly here. With that awareness and tapping in, elevating and being in the state where we're connected to Mars. We have Sun energy and then also Venus energy. With that awareness, there's some clarity about one's true self and being able to create even more of this alchemization and balance where one is being able to come stronger into manifesting for oneself. The card of 15, and I feel this is preparation. This is all about preparation and a leveling up. So just going through phases and taking the time to be able to stay balanced and maintain all the while as one is having to do a diligent service and fulfill their purpose. And doing it very meticulously and wisely. Seven energy is, sevens are about angels speaking to you, letting you know that you're on the right path. And to trust the process. I'm seeing this overall here, this circle here, as a very large pinnacle. But then also that connection with Mars there too. So I feel with that accomplishing energy that was overall coming through with this Eight of Pentacles, there being an accomplishment as far as gaining one strength in Mars energy, but then balancing the energy with Mars and Venus as we have from head to toe. And then also a light and dark energy here too as well, where that could be that water and that fire there too, alchemizing that energy with the light and the dark. And as one is doing that, we're elevating. Being able to come into greater clarity to make the best decision for oneself, having confidence in that decision. And with that confidence, being able to successfully overcome and move forward. That being that Chariot energy there. This being in the 4th house placement about matters of the home and that Cancerian energy. This is a card of Cancer here too as well. So that compacting that energy of Cancer energy, that could be very significant for you in your birth chart. And also too for any soulmates that you're connecting with that are resonating in this reading here for you, that you may be connecting to. But I do feel with this top row here, it's speaking to a masculine and feminine overall, with you balancing within yourself. As above, so is below. And being able to take rest after overcoming. And this being about overcoming and what one is producing, now being stronger in physical form here. As above, so is below. And now being able to move forward in this wonderful royal energy here. And I do feel this, seeing the purple that's crossing the womb here, and the feminine energy overall and the essence of the feminine, just the grace. I'm seeing a very graceful energy, but almost like a chastity energy, Empress energy coming through here. And I feel with that 3 of Swords energy, that being connected to the truth of a feminine and them finding and seeing and discovering their true value and worth. That sunlight shining through on this. And this just feeding into that wonderful powerfulness here in this Chariot energy as that's being brought down into the physical and being seen and recognized for the truth of who one is. Strong pyramid gold energy there too. Highly royal. Overall balanced in manifesting and bringing in one's rightful abundance. We're coming into the 5th card that will be following the Chariot. That is also aligned with the 8 of Pentacles. 5s, again, being about change. 5 being connected here to the Temperance here, as well as that 14 is breaking down to an overall 5. So you may be seeing 5s as well, 5-5 or 5-5-5. Seeing 5s, I feel that's kind of where one is being asked to pay attention to the signs and what is actually taking place, whether they be thoughts or a situation that is taking place. So anytime you are seeing 5s, definitely take note of that situation, or if there's a particular person that you're dealing with at that time, and take that message as that being confirmation about the confidence that you have about moving forward and away from what no longer serves you. So that on the flip side of that 5, we're moving towards greater adventure and fun. Yes. Moving away from what no longer serves one, so that we are moving into greater adventure and fun. With that falling under that 8 of Pentacles, that overworking, being a part of that darker energy. I do feel, because this masculine overall does have their back turned, and I do feel that with the feminine energy, a light is being shined. But the masculine energy has their back to this, where it's almost like they have their own fire and their own focus, this being brought down. You can see the light. It's kind of like a similar energy I'm getting here with this light and then this light here where they're at the top of a tower, at the top of a tower with the candle energy coming through there. And I feel that not seeing the light that is being shined by the feminine. Divine intervention, that temperance coming through here again, bringing in this tower here. Now that one is confident and bringing in what it is that they want to see for themselves and being accomplished in this energy, living in their truth and being their truth. Doing so is bringing in this tower with that connection here after the Chariot. And also with the masculine energy and that overworking energy. Where there's no focus here, I feel on an energy between a masculine and a feminine. So that also too being about going back to that feminine, respecting oneself, loving oneself, being in one's truth and knowing their worth and their value. Bringing in this tower, that connection with the 5 energy. 5 with the 14 and then 5 here with this being the 5th card. This is a card of 16. This also comes after that devil card energy of 15, which is after temperance. The devil energy breaking down to a 6. We're coming into the 6th card here. So that being a connection where I feel that's the transmutation and the alchemization of any darker energies. And the result being here coming especially after a tower that's being brought down due to everything that this is connecting to with the overworking, and then feminine being very strong and confident in what their knowing, their worth and their value and their truth, living in this and doing this. And now we have a tower to bring about this change and that shift, that leveling up. And with that leveling up, moving away from what no longer serves, it's going to have to bring down structures that are built on faulty foundation because they won't last. And that's here in this tower energy. So what's been built here, I feel with that weaving of these webs here, you can see with those webs, that giving the energy of, I would say, you know, as a spider has a web that they have weaved, it's about the, like the size of that spider and the strength of what is being built. But I feel with this being in a different energy and not being able to hold up, being given what it's, how do I say this? With the pinnacles being hung on these webs here, I feel that that's kind of speaking to the lack of support that's able to hold all of this up because of the way that it's being built, where I feel it's totally about, again, focusing on oneself and not a combination of energy. And I feel too, with that being said, outside of you, that's also, I feel, what has been happening within oneself, where they've been denying a part of themselves and focusing too much on what really doesn't matter. Divine intervention coming in after there's been some awareness and leveling up here and balancing within oneself, being stronger in their masculine energy as a feminine. And this resulting in the physical here, now bringing in that tower. Very strong 5 energy of change. Last year, 2021 was the year of the 5. And so I feel with any changes that were due to take place last year, where there may have been some stagnancy or a delay for whatever reason, divine timing is taking place here where we are in the year of the 6 with 2022. And that's another 6 energy as we come up on the 6th card. So the energy of 6 being very important, being in the year of 6, where 6s are representative of unconditional love. The Lover's energy, the Devil energy, Devil being Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy in that Pentacles card there. And Saturnian energy, where Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius. So Saturn energy coming through very strong, I feel being a very strong component of this divine intervention. But then also to the feminine being balanced within oneself and coming strong into their Mars energy as they have been embracing their Venus energy. The 6th card. Oh, we have is the Lovers. So beautiful, and it's so pretty. I feel that with this falling underneath the Four of Swords. Well, first we have 6-6 energy, 666 energy here, where we have those 2 sixes that came out with that 6 card energy and then the Devil energy. And then overall the Lover's energy that I just mentioned here coming out, where I think this is just speaking overall to, you know, one coming into their power, being able to make a choice, now building this on sturdy foundation here with a new Ace of Swords beginning here, where it's built on honesty and integrity. After the structure has falling down, having been built on faulty foundation, that has to do, I feel strongly, with that overworking. But making a choice when it comes to oneself, and seeing the masculine and the feminine here together. You can see the energy. It's almost like a ghost of the masculine here, but that we do have that Knight energy, where that mirroring energy is coming through with the masculine and the feminine with the Chariot energy, as all 4 knights make up the Chariot. We have the Knight in shining armor here, choosing the feminine, I feel, after experiencing a tower here due to some overworking and not focusing on their spirituality and being too much in the material realm. But as one, I feel, with that overworking, as one has taken rest, it's producing this shift as one is being able to meditate, calm, and overcome that 3 of Swords. Being confident in their decision, both masculine and feminine, but definitely feminine energy. As above, so is below. As above, so is below. Lover's energy is a very strong, powerful soulmate connection energy that I was picking up on at the start of this reading here, between a feminine and a masculine, where that light is shining for this masculine. And I feel that it's almost like the fire from this light is in any fire that may be around this masculine, but you can see his focus is definitely on that pinnacle, but the light is helping this masculine to see what it is that they're building. So it could be too that the feminine was being taken for granted, providing a specific light that the masculine was using in order to be able to produce the great works that they have been doing, not giving credit to the feminine here, and spirit coming in and bringing the structure down with feminine being in their power. And now seeing the light here, I feel, after this tower, that light very strong here. And it's almost like too that Mars energy coming through here again, but with that light. See the light, the balance with the feminine, but that light rising up to the planet of Mars here, and in that connection with that rising of the sun, the rising of the fire within this Temperance and that Sagittarius hot energy here, with that rising, bringing that energy into the physical, and that being all about this Chariot and that confidence and overcoming that circle energy back here again, that being overcoming with the rising of the sun and that fire within oneself, the alchemization of using and making the best of your gifts here with that balance and alchemization, bringing that down and helping the masculine and feminine within yourself to connect. Now this being presented here in the physical. We have water and fire here again. The result of what's taking place here with this beginning card of the Temperance. Super pretty. And then the gracefulness again, even more graceful, I feel, with this feminine energy. And the masculine being in a very protective energy, I feel, towards this feminine after seeing the light. The balance of those pillar energies coming through here again. There's a lot of symbols here too, where I'm getting Egyptian, that Egyptian script and the Egyptian vibe that was coming from the Chariot energy, that clarity and awareness, overcoming. I feel a part of that overcoming for the feminine is the work that's been done by the feminine. That light is now shining for that masculine, that being a part of that work that the feminine was working on. In working on that light within themselves, it was helping that masculine energy there. Seeing the gold here too, that just gives me that, even more of that energy of leveling up and gaining and accomplishing. And then the red energy coming through very strong there. That being Mars energy, Scorpio energy, and then also to Aries. Royalty on the chest. This is super pretty. And I'm getting this as like a 4 of Wands where there's a combination of 2 Wands and 2 Wands. Where the path is lit and 2 are connecting and coming together. After some healing and overcoming and being confident in one's knowing, gaining wisdom, knowledge, and tools to be able to create a shift and build on new foundation. And this is what's being built here on that Lover's card. So pretty. The month of June could be significant with the energy of 6, and that being the 6th month. Or just the number 6 in general, that could be something very special between these 2 lovers here. I love it. I love it. And it's very calm and peaceful too. I feel it's unbothered, and that's a part of that Ace of Swords and what's being built as well too, with that sturdy and stable foundation. No interference because of the love and the passion and connection between 2. Very strong Aquarius energy with that ghost energy, that airy energy here too. And I feel that speaking to the masculine coming into their spirituality here too as well, with that feminine and the strength and the confidence and the knowing that they have done for themselves. It assisting the masculine and them coming together and connecting. After this 4 of Swords, healing and, again, just building strength to be able to bring about a Tower energy so that something new can be rebuilt for these 2 lovers. Very strong, powerful energies, spiritual and physical here, that are coming together to make even more and create even more of that magic that they both have within themselves, but then also what they have together. Love it. All right, so let's go ahead, and I've already split this, so we'll just go ahead and shuffle. We have Harvest Lodge of the Stones. So reaping what one has been sowing, all that hard work is paying off. Where I feel this is just kind of speaking to, not necessarily like overworking being a bad thing, but just they're just being in balance and things being brought back to balance here with the Venus energy, Venus being the ruler of Libra and both Taurus. So that energy of the air, and then the material, the groundedness, and the earth energy of Taurus there, Taurus and Libra energy coming through there. So I think this is overall just kind of speaking to what's being built, this home here. I'm getting this is that energy of a new home energy, that you can see the structure and the love that's been put in it. I see these as like little hearts right at the foot of the door. So that energy being there as one is entering and also as one is leaving. And just the uniqueness with the abundance that's in here. I'm getting this being about past lives and that awareness and clarity that's coming in, where one or both of these individuals here have been recognizing what it is that they have brought with them as tools, and just how much they have in abundance and what all they've gained over many lifetimes is coming into fruition here as they're coming together in this Lover's energy. Let me get the book here. All right, so the suit of stones is Pentacles. It does deal with the energy of North and also winter. And then the energy of the night. So that coming through with this rest here, and more of that light energy being on this side here, where we have more of this energy being about rest, and the night energy also being in this tower energy and that transformation and change energy that's coming through. So with this harvest lodge of the stones, it says provide plenty. So I do feel that with what this energy has been gaining and the connection of coming together, that as they're coming together, the love that they share between themselves is also going to assist and bring in abundance for everyone that's around them, everyone in the world. And I feel this is just speaking to the destined couples that are coming together, and that energy being even more magnified and significant for the world, creating a massive amount of harvest here for everyone to enjoy. Abundance for all. I love it. It's just creating the love between two as they've done the work on themselves, connecting in the physical, and this creating even more abundance, not just for them, but also for the world. And I'm seeing this almost as the world, as a circle energy here too as well. But with that Pentacles of Stone energy, that being about the groundedness, stability, being built on truth, true love, a true connection. Mars and Venus energy being illuminated, this illumination that's coming here for, I feel, the world, with this love coming together. Ultimate abundance. All right, so Ophiuchus Moons, this was your reading. I hope that this reading was helpful for you and gave some insight and some empowerment and enlightenment. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support and for being here. I wish you all the very best. Until we meet again, take great care. I love you. Peace.